Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Concert Junkies, Rob and John. Oh yeah.
All right, and we're live. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sir. My name is Christopher Tice. I am in a band. I am in a project called Tangerine Nova. We are a duo project. My friend Dan O'Sullivan is the instrumentalist. I am the lead vocalist and lyricist. We like to incorporate a lot of instruments, some that are hardly ever used anymore. Like, he likes to come up with even medieval sounds at times, and we try to incorporate that as best as possible. And it's a lot of fun. It's different, and I really do dig it. I really do. We can be anywhere from acoustic driven to, you know, a heavier sound. We like to experiment a whole lot. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun ride.
The name is very interesting. Where did you get that?
So Dan had one of the words in mind. I do believe it was Nova. Now, I could be wrong about this, but we were searching for something that would go with Nova because we wanted to come up with something that would sound modern and thought-provoking. And we noticed that there's certain colors in in various industries really, but in the music industry as well, that are used a lot now. And we thought, you know, purples, pinks, you know, something that's different but has like a almost like a celestial vibe is kind of what we were going for. So I think I saw something that was like orange or something, and it might have said tangerine. And I think I got back to him online, and I was like, "Hey, man, how does Tangerine Nova sound?" And we went with that. We had a few names picked out, but once we hit that one, once we nailed that one in, it was like, yeah, that's what we're gonna go with.
I forgot to tell you, if there's a comment, I put it on the screen for you too.
Okay, cool.
Did you know that Nova is actually a Latin word?
I did not. I did not know that, actually.
I don't remember the meaning. I'll send that to you later, but it's actually a Latin word.
Cool, man. I know that, like I said, with the celestial thing, I was thinking something, you know, and that encompasses like our universe and stuff. I thought that would be really cool to go with. And then Dan came up with Nova, and then I came up with the Tangerine, and it all fit together, man. And I think it really, I think, highlights the overall sound that we're going for, because it's very world driven. Like, we take influences from all sorts of, you know, places in the world, you know, and we put that together and try to come up with the most unique sound that you can find within the indie plane, you know, of the music industry.
Do you think it's harder to get gigs because you're indie?
Yes, it's been kind of taxing as far as like being dedicated to it, but we are very dedicated to it. I've had a good amount of shows so far, but yeah, it can get pretty complicated. I like to credit my partner for some of the shows that I've already had. She's a great she's great as far as the music industry is concerned, because she's been involved with it for so long that she helps me out a lot as an artist and as a person. So it really works. Yeah, and then I've found a few shows for us. We've gained traction for sure. We've been in a few magazines. We've definitely been on the stage a fair amount of times together, and every time I like to say that we rock it. I would like to think. I like to think that we rock it every time. It's a lot of fun making music with that guy.
Where did you guys end up meeting? Like,
So I am from.
Craigslist or
I do believe that we met on MySpace, I think.
oh my
And
God.
then I went over to a friend of his at their house, and he was playing guitar, and he was in the corner playing guitar, and he just was real, you know. I hope he doesn't take any offense to this, but he was shy. He was very shy and quiet, but I just connected with him so easily, man. I was like, man, this guy's cool. He's playing guitar like a virtuoso. Like he's an amazing guitarist. I really do enjoy his guitar playing. And we started hanging out and becoming friends, and then music came next. And we've been jamming together ever since. It's been a long time, well over a decade now that I've known this kid, and we've been jamming out ever since, man. We didn't always have a band together or any kind of music projects, but we would just jam randomly. And then we found some members. We were in a band called Yes Maryland, and it was like a post-hardcore act. And we joined that band together, and we've been connected ever since, man. It's been a wild ride, and I like to shout out the guys from Yes Maryland. The band's no longer together, but I would just like to say, if you want to check out any kind of early mid 2000s post hardcore that you might dig, check out Yes Maryland. We're on YouTube, I think Spotify and Apple Music and such.
So when did you know when you wanted to play music? Like, was there, you went to your first concert? Was it you saw something on TV or something that struck the fuse?
So that's exactly what it was. My mom tells me I jumped up on a box or something when I was a kid, and I picked up a pencil, and I was listening to Michael Jackson. And she said I got up on that pencil, and I got up on the box, sorry, excuse me, and I picked up the pencil and I started singing. I think it was "Rock with You." I think that was the song that I started trying to imitate. And I remember my mom telling me this. She and my dad were like, "Oh wow, like listen to our son, it's doing Michael Jackson, he's singing Michael Jackson. This is really cool." And I think I like to credit Michael. I like to credit Peter Gabriel. Peter Gabriel was also another artist that once I heard him, it really opened up me in general, wanting to express myself, because he is such an artist. He doesn't just make incredible music. He makes divine art, if you ask me. Like, he's just a different dude, and Peter Gabriel was definitely one of my influences. And also, if you've ever heard of Dance Gavin Dance, Emarosa, any kind of project where the vocalist Johnny Craig is a part of, that is another guy who I'm hugely influenced by. As far as the scene, as they like to call it, the post-hardcore, metalcore scene is concerned, he definitely has helped me find the drive in myself to continue to make music and try to make it as awesome as I possibly can, and as intricate. And I haven't stopped or slowed down since. There's been times here and there where I've been like, all right, I got to take music, put it on the side. I have other things to do that are more important at this moment. But then I would just come back to it. I'd grab it and just be like, hey, we got music to make.
So speaking of music, what is the most emotional song you put out that you weren't sure everybody was going to fall in love with?
That would be my single. That would be "New Beginnings." When I first heard Dan's part, before I had started applying my vocals, I was like, this is really cool. This has like a funky, soulful feel to it, but it also has a very emotional, like very emotional, almost like Midwestern emo in a way, vibe to it. And I just thought I would be able to really add my soulful voice type to that song and really drive it home. However, I didn't think it was going to be as well. How well it's doing is really surprising me, but it's really cool to see. On YouTube, we got I think we're on the road to 16,000 hits on that song, and then it's doing well on the other platforms. It's on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere, every music outlet that you can possibly think of. We got that song on there. We have to start getting other songs out onto other platforms, because that's something that we've kind of been, not the best at. But that song definitely, man, to answer that question, that song is definitely the one that I was surprised, but not at the same time. It was really something. Once I heard the finished product, I was like, wow, that was a really good song. I think we really did well there. And then we've had a lot of feedback ever since. It's been a lot of fun having that song out and letting everybody listen to it.
Do you think you're going to do a video for it, like a real video?
So I did a music video here in Louisville, Kentucky. I have yet to release it because there are certain reasons as to why. But once I get that all figured out and done away with, I'll be putting that up. But there is a music video for it. It's in the works for sure. Well, it's completed, but what I have to do and get done first before I can upload it, put it on anything online, has to be dealt with first, and then it'll be up for everyone to check out.
Can you give us a goose egg where it was?
Yeah, so there is a park in Louisville, Kentucky. It's by a waterfront. It's by the waterfront. And there's a statue of Abraham Lincoln, giant statue of him. There's like these stairs to I think it's the left of that statue. Cool stairs, and the background was like just picturesque. It was beautiful. So I used that, and I sit there and I sing as as passionately as I can do, and yeah, it came out great. And then there was stock footage that was put in between. What I have to do is I have to get back to the videographer and the producer of this music video, and I have to make sure that every piece of stock footage is legal for me to use, and there's no actual issues with that. He works actually yeah.
Actually, if you use what you call public demand,
okay,
you should be fine. There are some
public demand. Okay.
There are some free sites, and then there's some you say $5 a month or whatever it is to use stock footage from A, B, and C. But if it has a person's name, you do credit them. You don't. What do you call it? If it's an unknown, you definitely unknown it. But then what do you call it? Later on, I mean, anything could happen, but I'm saying later on, if you don't credit them, they can come after you.
Right.
And if you credit them, they might still, but it's more of, I did X, Y, and Z, and you should be fine after that if it ever comes down to that.
Okay.
No, I'm not
hey, man, thank you.
I'm not a lawyer or anything. I just know certain things. If you don't say you don't credit somebody, then it's more bullshit.
Okay.
Later on.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I'll definitely look into that. Thank you. I was unaware of that. Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of those things that, what do you call it? Most people overlook. Like, even if you do a music video and you don't put everybody that was a part of it, that's kind of, even photographers, if you don't hashtag them or whatever the case may be, it's still a bad look.
Okay. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for that. I'll definitely look into that for sure. I mean, thank you, Rud. Shout out to you, man.
I'm saying
talk about funny comment.
Yeah, there's always ways around things.
Gotcha. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate it.
So this is one of my fun old questions here.
Yeah.
I know I stopped using it for a little bit. Last Supper scenario. Who is your 12 disciples? One has to be female. No family, no family, by the way. Cartoon characters, other people in the industry. It can be a cartoon. And if you need a kiddie table, let me know.
So am I have to name 12 people that I would like to join me in a Last Supper.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well, one would definitely be Paul Rudd. I love that man. As far as cartoon characters, I'm going to have to go with somebody from Attack on Titan. More than likely Eren Yeager. I don't know. I think having supper with Stone Cold Steve Austin would be really cool. I think let's add Stone Cold there. As far as musicians, let's go. Well, let's go. Michael, Peter, Gabriel, and let me put a female vocalist or a female musician in. Maybe Lacey from Flyleaf. Maybe Whitney Houston. She's beautiful. Her voice is beautiful. She's one of the greatest voices I've ever heard. How many am I on now? 6, 7?
I think 7.
7. Okay. Let's see. Batman Beyond. I love that guy. He's awesome. I love Batman too, but Batman Beyond, man, that was my guy growing up. When I was a kid, dude, on Saturday mornings, I would wake up at my grandmother's house. I'd have some breakfast, and I'd sit like as close to the TV screen as possible to watch some Batman Beyond. What else? And my family. Does that count?
I'll take it. I was just not saying family, so nobody gets pissed off. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I got to take my family with me for sure.
And what would be served?
Well, seafood is my favorite food. That is for sure. So I'm going to go maybe salmon, crab legs, just anything seafood related, man. Maybe some, for dessert, cheesecake. Many different kinds of cheesecake, man. I love cheesecake. Some wine and soda, root beer. Sure.
When you say wine, red or white?
Red.
Red.
Red for sure. Yeah. White is I don't know. I've never liked white wine. Not sure why.
If you could be any object in the world, what would you want to be? A person is not an object.
Object. I was gonna say a microphone, but that would actually probably be horrible, dude. All the spit and DNA that would get on me. Definitely not. Does vibration count? Sound?
I mean, it's not really an object. Like, I mean,
that's true.
So you want to be a speaker?
Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds cool. Anything that's complimenting or gonna push music forward. That's what I would like to be.
So since this is such the biggest hot topic, and I'm just going to ask you because I don't even know if you're a Linkin Park fan at all.
Oh yes, okay.
Because this is popping up everywhere, and do you have any inkling who the new singer might be, or do you even care who the lead singer is going to be, or you can go either way?
I mean, I do care. That's for sure. Linkin Park is another huge influence of mine, for sure. Chester, rest in peace. Amazing, gifted vocalist, gifted musician. To take his place, it just sounds crazy. Like, I don't know who could possibly be up for that task, but uh, well, I saw this one guy who kind of even looked like Chester, and he sounded a whole lot like him. Maybe it's him, although I don't know. I think he has a band. There's a guy on YouTube. He also has a band. Don't know how to pronounce the name, though. Unfortunately, sorry about this.
No,
But
no,
Andy Sizik. His name's Andy Sizik. He definitely might be. I think he could step up to the plate for sure.
but they're talking about a female as well.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
Whew.
the rumor was it was Amy Lee. She says she didn't even know anything about that.
Okay.
I mean, it's. I'm just intrigued to see how this is going to play out.
Right. Right.
Back to what you were saying. You have to have the same vocal range.
That's what I'm saying. And I mean that sounds crazy to think about. If anybody can step up to the plate like that, that's crazy. I don't know. But female, man, that's crazy, man. If it is, that's awesome. I mean, I would definitely listen to it.
No, I'm gonna listen. I mean,
Yeah.
definitely listen to it. I just don't know. Like, to me, once the lead
Who it could be.
once the lead singer passes away, it changed the entire dynamics on everything.
It sure does. Sure does.
Drummer can come and go. Bass player can come and go. Well, any of the intermediates can change and still be what it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
And I've said this before, and I've really haven't got too much shit for it, but I feel it's a cover band after that. Once the lead singer is gone, I mean, some pull it off that it's not, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hear shit for it, but like Alice in Chains, it's not the same. What do you call it?
I actually saw them.
STP,
I actually saw them live. Yeah.
STP, not the same. I mean,
Right.
I embrace change, but it's not. It doesn't bring me back to when that song came out.
Right.
Every song brings you back to a certain moment in time.
Absolutely.
The first time you heard it, the first time your first kiss to marriage, you know what I'm saying, or the lows and the highs of your life. You hear it now,
Absolutely.
and it's a different same song, different voice. You're gonna pick up on it.
Yes. Yeah, man. I don't know as to who it could be. If it's a female vocalist, that is really interesting, and I would love to hear it. I mean, Crawling, dude. I did that one night at karaoke, and I don't want to say I butchered it, but that song is so hard to cover, man. So I'd really like to see who could actually step up and nail that song, because that's a tough customer of a song for sure.
When people are joking around, it's gonna be Fred Durst. People are joking around. It.
I love Fred. Don't get me wrong. I love Limp Bizkit. I always have. Even when people were saying all that BS, never a part of that, man. I love Fred.
I
can't see him in Linkin Park.
I can't see him screaming, crawling or numb. I can't see it.
No, dude, I can't either. But I love him. Don't get me wrong. Love Limp Bizkit.
I'm just saying it's going to be a very interesting road to see what's going on.
They will. They really will, man. Really will.
So I had this conversation yesterday, and I'm I have a customer that I have another job as well. Comes in,
Yeah.
he's going to school for mixing and mastering and all that stuff. So I told him, like, if you speak to majority of the bands, no, hands down, half of them don't know music theory at all.
That's interesting.
I've been doing this for the last 6 years, I believe, and I've spoken to so many people, and I love them all.
Yeah.
No, that conversation does come up. Half will say yes, half will say no.
I never really thought about that, but yeah, I mean, I suppose that sounds pretty accurate. I mean, I only know very little, man.
So
I'm
do
gonna be
I,
honest, I know very little. Yeah.
so do I, but I'm just saying, like, isn't that weird that, like, nah, that's not my thing. People do what they do, but
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It really is. I would love to. I would love to learn more, and I when I get around to it, when I have enough focus, and you know what I mean, I would look into it for sure.
no, just because that conversation came up, he was very shocked when I said that. I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though. I think that a lot of musicians, they keep practicing, and they're very dedicated, like ultra dedicated, and they find what works, and then they go from there. I don't think it's not necessary, obviously, to know music theory. You know what I mean? But it would help. Obviously, it would always probably be beneficial. And for sure, man, I would love to. I would love to learn.
I'll give you a fun one here. 3-day festival. First day is female fronted. Second day is national, and third day is regional, meaning your homies and around your parts.
Okay.
Or unsigned, whatever you want to call it these days.
Yeah, that works. Do you mean which one I would go to? Which one I would?
No, meaning you get to pick your own festival.
Oh, so pick a festival to play.
You get to pick who's on the bill.
Oh, okay.
I'll give you Live or Dead, so it'll be a little bit easier.
Yeah, that would be easier for me, man. To be honest.
Live or
Yeah. Okay, festival. Well, I'm definitely gonna do one that's worldwide. You know, uh, I would love to put a festival together that had like all sorts of different genres all across the board, man. You know what I mean? Just all sorts of music. Just as many genres as we can pick up and put into one huge night. That's what I would do. I would definitely want to see Michael Jackson in concert, so I would put him as the headliner. I would then I'd probably then put Peter Gabriel for sure. Um,
Is
see,
Peter Gabriel going to be main support, or where are you going to have him land?
say it again.
Are you going to have Peter Gabriel as main support, or where are you going to have him land?
Yeah, I would do main support for Peter. I definitely would, and I know that probably wouldn't be the case given the acts that I'd like to put on the bill. But I would, if it's up to me, that's how I would put it. I would put it Michael as the headliner, and then Peter as main support, followed by, dude, I would love to see Dire Straits like in their prime. That would have been incredible to me. I love Dire Straits. Then we'll go. That would be really awesome if Aretha Franklin played. That'd be crazy. Aretha Franklin had a voice like no other, man. Then we're gonna go Gin Blossoms. I love the Gin Blossoms. Huge Gin Blossoms fan. Maybe Bush. Let's do Linkin Park. I would have loved to see them with Chester, man. Knuckle Puck. Love Knuckle Puck. You know, I've seen Bring Me the Horizon. They were great. I'd love to see them again. They were a lot of fun. A lot of fun. But Bring Me the Horizon in there.
Like new or old?
Oof. See, now that's the question.
Because there's a difference between
You're right.
the older stuff and the newer stuff.
I love me some Pray for Plagues, man. I really do. But I'm going to have to go with... I'm going to go in between, in the middle, with Shadow Moses era. You know? For sure. Yeah.
Because, I mean, some of the bands, there's a difference from heyday and then still amazing, but different.
Oh, yeah.
They change styles.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, if any Bring Me the Horizon era, it would definitely be Shadow Moses and so on. Let's see. It's harder to think on the spot. It really is, but Dio. I would have loved to see Dio, man. I never saw him. He would have been incredible to see live. That dude had such a great voice, such a powerful voice. Love Ronnie James Dio. It's tough to say, man. It's tough to say. There's so many acts that are coming through in my head. I had the Mighty Mighty Boss Stones that just came up. I love them. You know, I just love music. I love music, man. I really do. And if I had enough time, if I could jot it all down, I'd be like, yo, this is gonna be the festival of festivals, like, for sure, man.
So what is your favorite thing about being in the industry and the worst thing about being in the industry?
Favorite thing about being in the music industry? Just knowing that every time I complete a song, every time I complete a body of work, that there's going to be a reaction. And there can be negative reactions. I've had negative reactions with my music here and there, and it helps me push forward and push stronger and just be more relentless with my my ability to write music and my persistence and how far I want to go as a musician, as a music artist. I just love the feeling of getting done with the song and knowing that there will be a reaction. Back in the day, when I was just starting out, didn't really have a reaction, didn't really have a fan base, and so it was kind of frustrating. But now it's like I release something, there's going to be a reaction, and I love that. I love the feeling of that. Worst thing. There's so many things I love about being in the music industry. It's kind of hard to think about what's the worst. Forgetting my lines. I hate that. It sucks. Forgetting my lyrics for sure is the worst. I hate that.
Then you could just scream remix and say other crap. Like it's not. I mean, you're gonna get called out on it regardless of somebody that knows lyric by lyric that's screaming it back to you.
Yep. I'm gonna try that next time for sure, man. I'll be like,
when you have a mental.
It's a remix. Yeah. This is a remix of the song. You've never heard this before. This is gonna be a great remix. Lyrics are kind of different, but they're in the same ballpark.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, there's ways. I mean, like I said earlier, there's ways around things if you have that mental fog.
Yes, sir.
It happens to all of us.
Oh yeah.
We'll have 12 tabs opened mentally, and
yeah, man. You're not kidding.
You try to close one, and there's an error message. So, 404. It happened to me yesterday. 404 error. I was.
Did you see it? Did you picture it?
Yeah, I pictured 404 error. I couldn't say. I couldn't. Those days you can't speak.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't come out right at all.
Yep.
Yeah, it's definitely a 404 error. Normally happens when I'm at work sometimes, but yeah.
I know. If I'm on stage, I forget a lyric more than once. I forget the lyrics more than once in one night. Dude, the room starts spinning for me, man. Because like I don't want to say I feel like I let myself down, but it's like it gets pretty complicated. But then I'll do something interesting, unique. I'll try to as best I possibly can, and then I go from there. And I try to make it, interesting and fun for the audience, and to regroup and find my confidence again.
So it's pretty much stage fright all over again. Like you just.
In a way, I'm a very awkward guy. So I definitely tend to do weird things, and I'm always in my head. So like when I'm on stage, I'm doing the song, I'm performing. If I feel like something went wrong, that's going to stick with me, even though I have to continue with the song. You know what I'm saying? I have to continue with the next song, so.
It might be odd, and it might just work.
Yes.
Do the fucking hokey pokey.
And what is it? Turn
yourself
turn
around,
something around.
Yeah.
There you go.
And shake it all about. People not. They probably won't realize what the hell you're doing, but for that split second, it might just fucking work.
I think it will. I think it'll be like, whoa, dude! I should have thought about doing that.
I mean, it could be alternative dance, whatever the hell you want to call it, but like that moment to get your mind back to where the hell it was.
Right. And
they even say with public speaking to look at somebody in the audience, or pretend somebody's naked or whatever.
That's right.
It is to, what do you call it? Get you back to that place where that 1 minute.
Where you want to be. Yep.
That 1 minute, please.
Yep. Yep.
To be honest, I've never been. I mean, I've never been on stage to play something, but talking or what do you call it? Yeah, or even small public speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. It can be nerve wracking for sure.
That might
I don't
actually.
like
I
it,
mean,
but
that might actually help. And like, I don't. I'm a big. I mean, not. I'm not getting no sponsors here at all. But I'm saying
yeah.
public speaking. Like,
Yeah.
I tell everybody that I know that's going to college right now, take public speaking. You're gonna need it. You're
Mm.
gonna need it somehow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Somehow or another, you're going to need that. And that's,
Maybe by doing that, the nerves will go away or a limit.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, absolutely, man. It's tough, but you got to have that in your pocket in some way, some fashion, some form. You got to have it for sure. Especially if you want to be in, the arts, the music industry, movie industry, definitely the movie industry,
Or even PR. You need it.
and PR, yes.
So
So,
what do you? So if you weren't doing, I know you probably have a full time job as well, because we all
so
do.
yeah. So I actually recently just got a new one. I start either next week or the week after that. I am certified on the forklift, so I've had a few warehouse gigs since, and they've been really cool. I like being on the forklift. Pallet jack, not so much. Pallet jack is not my favorite. It's kind of nerve wracking. It's actually it gives me anxiety. But I do like being on forklift. I don't know. I have a knack for it, I guess you could say, and it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And
There's probably a lot of ups and downs with that.
yes, there is. Yes, there is, man. That was good. Um, and I also have a side gig as starting soon. I will have a side gig as a cover musician for a band that I'm trying out here in Louisville, Kentucky. We'll be doing classics, and we'll be doing 90s and all sorts of good stuff. Really good songs on their lineup, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Do you have any advice for anybody trying to get into the industry now, or what to look out for? And
Don't hate yourself while you're doing it. Don't look at yourself and say, that song I just released will never be as good as that song. And I hate the fact that I can't hit that note. I hate the fact that I can't do, whatever it is that you were looking to do with the song or the album, what have you, anything musically. Don't hate yourself for not being able to do something that you really were looking forward to, nailing, in the studio, live, just do it your way, do it in the most efficient way you possibly can. And I would say don't try to imitate others. Try to find a unique vibe for you. Try to be original, having a mindset that pushes forth as much originality as you can muster. Don't try to imitate, because I do believe that's one of the core reasons, in my opinion, as to why a vocalist or a musician find themselves in a rut and sometimes can't get themselves out for long periods of time, if at all. So I would just say be you as much as you possibly can be, and work as hard as you possibly can. You might be able to get somewhere with it.
with your writing process, do you ever feel stuck and then just do you get frustrated, or do you walk away from it, come back, or like?
So it varies. There are different processes I go through to write my lyrics, to write a song. When I was younger, though, I used to I would wait till something happened to me that would make me very emotional, something mainly negative. And a lot of my songs, ironically, were positive because I would use that negativity and I would try to be like, okay, well, how can I make this positive? This situation I'm in right now in life, how can I write something that's going to be positive and counteracts what it is I'm feeling right now and what happened to me this day or last week or last month even, and I would go from there. I have since then just whatever comes to mind, and I'm trying to get as much towards the future as possible because I really do think that music as a whole is going to change drastically with the new, AI and all the new stuff that is advancing and becoming something in the music industry to, incorporate in your music and make it different than say 20, 30 years ago. I really think that the music industry as a whole is going to change drastically because of this. And I've just been thinking with a mindset as of late as just what's to come, what's to come and what can I say about it?
So speaking of that, there's an app right now. I can release my first EP right now. Give me an hour. It is literally called, I believe, Donna. I just type in what situation, what topic, whatever, and boom, I have an EP done.
No joke.
No joke. There's a app called Donna right now that I can literally type in a song about I just sold this TV, and I could have a 6-song EP drop right now.
And have it done in an hour, huh? Wow.
Well, whatever it takes to do their magic, but I could I could literally say I want a metalcore version of a breakup song. It won't be my voice. It'll be somebody that actually has a good voice on the mic.
But, right. Yeah, see.
I know that was a dick to myself. I know I do that sometimes. But I'm just saying in general, like, the only note I can carry is who wrote it on a piece of paper. But, yeah, there's...
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's called Donna. You can... I think it's like $5 a month or whatever the case may be, or $5 a day or whatever it is. Subscription, or I think there's a freebie.
Yeah.
You can write an EP in literally maybe 2 hours time, 3 hours time, and I don't know how it works when you put it on Spotify or whatever the case may be. You label it as underneath your name and whatever the case may be. Yeah, it's a thing. There's not...
Personally, man, I can't stand that. That's terrifying to me, really.
Yeah, it's a thing. Like, somebody showed it to me a couple days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he played me what he did. He put a poem in that his daughter did, and it
made an entire EP.
It came out amazing, but like it wasn't. It was more of a
like an AI, right? Like
it was an AI, but like it reminded me of early '90s style, like an Eve 6, like that type of sound.
Wow. Yeah, yikes. Yeah, like I said, man, that sounds terrifying to me. I hate the fact that we've come that close to just being able to press a button and there's an entire masterpiece just before you. It's crazy.
I mean, it could be done in an hour's time, pretty much, or a couple hours time. I mean, of course, it's be like a 3 second song or whatever. I'm sorry, 3 minute, whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, you can ask like you know how you ask Google or you ask Jeeves when you were a kid. What do you call it?
Yeah.
You can have a song written for you in matters of seconds.
Dang.
It's like it's like having a ghostwriter, but all you have to do is type in the topic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, man, I can't really stand the idea of that, but I mean, what can I do? You know, I obviously can't do anything about that.
No, we can't do anything about that. But I'm just saying, like, it's
Yeah.
actually a thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have brought it up until not unless what you said. Yeah, it's literally a
Yeah.
thing. You can say you wanted to write a song about a girl named Rachel. Boom, done.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, man, I won't be using it. That's for sure.
I know. Go to your Google store. It's there. It's freaking great.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like there's certain things like I just don't. Even being behind the scenes doing this or being, you know, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's technology is great and all, but like certain things.
Oh yeah. As far as medicines, you know, the advancements in medicines, as far as the advancements in other fields that you know are dependent on, you know, saving one's life. You know, just building for you know reasons that are you know industrial, so forth. That's fine. But just to be able to crank an entire EP out, bro, in like you said an hour,
About
and it not
like,
even and not even be your work is just crazy to me. And I don't know.
I mean, technically, it's your work. It's your typing, whatever. I mean, there's technicalities on everything. So technically, yeah, it's me typing "Dear Maria," technically, and then what do you call it? I'm not going on tour with that shit, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good home listen, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, like you can't really.
Yeah. I'll tell people about it. I guess I probably won't even do that, but yeah,
No, I'm just. Well, I told people about it. It's all over the internet now. No, but I was just saying, you know, and I'm not sponsored, by the way.
You did it, man. You did it.
Yeah,
now,
no, right?
the music industry is done for.
Yeah, because you know, a little guy from New Jersey's let them know that there's this AI thing that it's kind of like.
Oh no, man! What?
You know, this is a pen, this is paper, this is what you do. Get your thoughts down.
Then type it in the thing, and then there you go, voila.
And you'll have 1 million streams in 2.5 seconds, and call a day a day. Like it's not. You don't even need fancy cover art. It's just.
Shit, man.
No, like I see things and I'm like, that'd be cool just for fun for myself because I am not an artist. Like I'm not. I mean, I'm a lot of things. I've been called a lot of things, but I'm not an artist. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm not. It terrifies me to be on stage. Like literally, like I can.
It's very nerve-wracking.
I'm saying I could
really
be the keyboard. I'll be honest. I could be the keyboardist. I could be in my corner. Give me a corner. I'll do my thing. Me being front of house. I mean, screaming into a mic or whatever scares the shit out of me. That's why I have not even tried.
Yeah, man. When I first started, I was utterly horrified. But it got easier. It got better, and a lot of my stage fright was due to, you know, when I would talk to somebody, you know, when I try to talk to the audience. But I feel like I've even gotten a little bit better with that as well. And I think I'm coming together as a live artist, more so than ever. I think everything is coming together as far as my live performance.
I'm just saying, it'll be a one night only if you ever see me on the stage somewhere. Like, even with a cowbell, like, let's go. But I have one. I have one.
Yeah, man.
Let's go. I mean, I play shitty
Let's do
acoustic,
it.
but
Play
yeah,
that Blue Oyster Cult.
I mean, I could, but I'm just saying, like, that could be on his bucket list one
Yep.
day.
Oh yeah, man. For sure. Yeah, man. I don't know.
I don't know how many people would actually want to come out and see me on stage for once.
I mean, I'd come see you.
I'm saying that'd be interesting.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'll just do the ABCs over and over again. I mean, that would work.
That's perfect, man. Perfect.
So, one last question of the night.
All right, let's do it.
What do you want to tell your fans?
Okay. Let's see. I have plenty of new music coming out. It's going to be very experimental, but very the modernity will be there. So it's not like we're going to be lost in the 1920s, and then all of a sudden the next song is going to be like the 1970s. It's not going to be like that. But we are definitely going to make sure to have as many unique sounds and soundscapes as possible. We got new merch coming, so I'm gonna let everybody know about that. I'll let everybody know about the details, shirts and what have you, new stickers and stuff. So that's gonna be really cool. And I got shows coming up. I'm working on that, so I'll let everybody know about that as well. And yeah, man. And this has been really fun, a really cool talk. And I just hope as many people as whoever watches this come listen to the music, and I promise you will not be disappointed, because we are really giving our hearts and our souls to the music for sure. And my project is Tangerine Nova, as you know. So make sure you look that up, and there'll be new stuff before you know it.
Just a reminder, this is on Facebook, Concert Junkies, Rob and John YouTube, Concert Junkies, Rob and John YouTube. Twitch is just Concert Rob, because they would not let me finish what I was saying. And I will see everybody in a couple days or so. Have a great night, guys.
Thank you, Rob.